My name is Monica Fogg, and I'm the music coordinator for DeKalb County School District, and I'd like to welcome you to our DeKalb County Honor Band. It's an absolute honor to feature our special performance of our DCSD Middle School Honor Band. Over the past 2 days, these incredible young musicians have come together for an intensive and inspiring musical experience. Selected for their dedication, talent, and hard work, these students have spent countless hours rehearsing under the guidance of an outstanding conductor, Miss Nina Pryor, pushing themselves to new levels of excellence. This event would not have been possible without the generosity of our host school, Martin Luther King Jr. High School, and we want to extend our deepest gratitude to them for welcoming us. And their principal, Michael Alexander. So thank you to them for hosting us this weekend. A special thank you. A special thank you to Mr. Anthony Bakar, MLK's incredible band director, for his support, and to Mr. Jamie Smith, our honor band organizer, for his hard work and dedication in bringing this experience to life. Our conductor for this afternoon is Miss Nina Pryor. She is a distinguished native of Mobile, Alabama, and is a proud alumnus of Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. During her tenure at Jackson State, she was an esteemed member of the renowned Sonic Home of the South Marching Band. Throughout her 4 years of involvement, she served as a piccolo section leader for 3 years and held the positions of principal flute and oboe in the symphonic band, orchestra, and flute ensemble. Ms. Pryor obtained a Bachelor of Music Education degree from Jackson State University and subsequently pursued further studies at Indiana University, Purdue University, and Indianapolis, where she earned a Master of Science in Technology degree. With 22 years of educational experience, Ms. Pryor has taught general music, band, and orchestra across various academic institutions. She served as the band and orchestra director of Francis Scott Key Elementary School in Indianapolis, Indiana, and as the orchestra director at Salem Middle School in DeKalb County, Georgia. Furthermore, she was director of bands at Carver High Schools within Atlanta Public School System, and was the director of bands at Tucker High School in DeKalb County, so she is no stranger to DeKalb. At Tucker High School, she managed marching, symphonic, and jazz, and served as orchestra director, and occupied the role of Fine Arts Department Chair. She has been both the senior sponsor of the class of 2015 and 2016, and has been honored with the Teacher of the Year Award. Ms. Pryor served as the director of bands at Drew Charter School, and is presently the band director at David T. Howard Middle School, and the Connections Department Chair. Under Ms. Pryor's skilled leadership and direction, her concert, symphonic, and marching bands have consistently achieved superior excellent ratings at local, regional, district, and state competitions. She has played an instrumental role in preparing students for college auditions. To date, her students have been awarded over $25 million in music scholarships. Ms. Pryor is married to Dr. Marvin A. Pryor, and they have one daughter named Raven. So without further ado, we have the privilege of hearing the culmination of these students' efforts, a performance that showcases their skill, determination, and passion for music. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the DeKalb County School District Middle School Honor Band and their esteemed conductor, Mrs. Nina Pryor. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Jamie Smith, and on behalf of DeKalb County, we are so grateful that you're here with us this evening. I just wanted to take a moment to speak to you. I am the director of bands at Dade Academy, and we host the DeKalb County, thank you. We host the DeKalb County Middle School camp during the summer. So I wanted you to be aware of the dates. Our camp this summer will be June 23rd through 27th. That is tentative. We are working to make sure that we can house it at the school, but we would like to invite any middle schoolers here to come participate with us. And we will have master classes on their instruments. We will have a concert at the end of the week. We've had a few students that have been to camp. If you've attended the DeKalb County Middle School Band Camp, raise your hand. And we had right around 55 students this past summer, and we would like to have it grow. We would like more of our students. We had over half of the Georgia Music Educators District 4 Middle School Honor Band this year from DeKalb County. So we have grown our numbers for that, and that's through the means of camp and our directors. But at this time, I would like to say a special thank you to Ms. Pryor for being with us here this weekend. She has done a wonderful job with our students, and if you haven't got a chance to come in and watch her teach, she is fabulous. She just is really good at what she does. So again, on behalf of DeKalb County, thank you so much for being here this weekend.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say again to all the parents that are here, first of all, this is an amazing group of young people that you have brought and that you are feeding into this music education. And what I would like for you to know that it is absolutely essential to keep them involved. We had a nice little show and tells this afternoon, and there's so much individual talent to come in to create this group. So again, kudos to all of you family members for being the support that they need. And again, it has been an absolute pleasure to work with each and every one of you this weekend, and please continue, okay? All right, thank you.
Tonight's concert is more than just a performance, it's a testament of the power of music education. Programs like this give students an opportunity to develop creativity, discipline, teamwork, and confidence. Skills that will serve them for a lifetime, no matter their journey. Music is not just an art form, it's a vital part of a well-rounded education, and these students are living proof of the impact it can have. Their conductor, Dr. Arnold, is a director of bands at Savannah State University and a distinguished music educator. He holds both master's, bachelor's, and doctoral degrees in music education from Florida State University. And before his academic career, he served 4 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, performing as a tuba player in the Quantico, Virginia, and Okinawa, Japan Marine bands, rising to the rank of sergeant. Dr. Arnold has a strong background in music education, having led bands at Coretta Scott King Leadership Academy, Pepperbrook High School, Osborne High School, and Southwest DeKalb High School, so he is no stranger to DeKalb County. Under his leadership, these ensembles consistently achieved superior ratings. His dedication to teaching earned him multiple honors, including the Faculty Teaching Excellence Award at Savannah State University. Beyond teaching, Dr. Arnold is an active clinician and researcher, presenting sessions at the prestigious conferences like Midwest Clinic, the Hawaii Music Educators Conference, and the California All-State Music Educators Conference. His articles have also been featured in the Florida Music Director, the Smart Music blog, and the Music for All newsletter. Dr. Arnold is a committed member of professional organizations, including Kappa Kappa Psi, Phi Mu Alpha, NAFME, GMEA, and others. And he also serves on the Program of Excellence Committee under CBDNA. His contributions continue to shape the future of music education at both the secondary and collegiate levels. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the DeKalb County School District 9th and 10th grade honor band and under the direction of Dr. Gabriel Arnold.
All right, our selections include, the first selection is Rocket Ship. section.
Horn section. In one day. All right. All right, we're gonna slow it down just a little bit. Our next selection is called Rippling Watercolors. selection is very special to me. Before I enrolled in undergraduate at Florida State University, I spent 4 years in the United States Marine Corps. Not who, but but that was very special to me because it set the tone for the rest of my career. Being in the Marines, serving the country, I was very proud of my service. And so this next selection is called Semper Fidelis, and it's very special to the Marine Corps because it means always faithful to the Marines. So, it took us some time, but we got it. All right, so again, it has been a pleasure being here in DeKalb County. I was so honored to serve and be a band director in DeKalb County at Southwest DeKalb High School with Mr. Sater. It was a great time. I love the camaraderie with the band directors here. It's like no place. It's like no place. It's here. This doesn't happen everywhere. I travel the country, adjudicate a lot of bands, and for this county to produce the musicians they produce right now is very special. So again, students, give it up for your parents for right here. Thank you. We had a lot of good time, and so we'd like to finish it off. This is Semper Fidelis by John Philip Sousa, one of the marches of the Marines.
I'd like to give it up to our trumpet section who memorized that solo. Give it up. And one more special shout out to this student, and I was on him in rehearsal. on him, and he nailed it. I just want to give a shout out because it had to be right.
All right, trumpets, you can have a seat. It's the snare drummer, Mr. Daniel. Give it up, Mr. Daniel. All right. Thank you so much. This concludes our program. Again, I wish the news cameras could film that. These students were amazing. Thank you. Here's Ms. Fox.
Thank you. And we are filming on DSTV, so you will be able to go back and watch this again. But let's give it up for Dr. Arnold and his wonderful 9th and 10th grade honor band. Thank you so much. Here we are again. It is my absolute honor to welcome you to a special performance of our DeKalb County School District 11th and 12th grade honor band. Over the past 2 days, these outstanding musicians from schools all across DeKalb County have come together for an intensive and inspiring musical experience. Selected for their dedication, skill, and hard work, these students have spent countless hours, actually about 9, rehearsing with their exceptional director, Dr. Jack Eady, pushing themselves to new heights of musical excellence. This event would not have been possible without the generosity of our host school, Martin Luther King Jr. High School, and their principal, Principal Michael Alexander. Thank you. And we also want to extend our deepest gratitude to their band director, MLK's fantastic director, Mr. Anthony Picard, for his support. Thank you. It's something to have over 300 kids in your building for a weekend, and they've done a fantastic job hosting us, so thank you so much. And I want to also thank Mr. Today Milford, our honor band organizer for 11th and 12th grade group, for his dedication and leadership in making this experience possible. Tonight's concert is more than just a performance, it's a powerful reminder of the importance of music education. Programs like this provide students with opportunities to develop discipline, creativity, teamwork, and confidence, skills that will serve them well in any path that they choose. Music is not just an extracurricular activity, it is an essential part of a well-rounded education. And these students are a testament to its benefit and impact. Our conductor this evening is Dr. Jack Eady. Dr. Eady is the Associate Director of Bands at the University of Georgia, where he conducts the Wind Symphony and teaches undergraduate and graduate conducting. Before joining UGA, he held leadership roles at Western Carolina University, McNeese State University, and the University of South Carolina, working with award-winning athletic bands. A respected conductor and educator, Dr. Eady has presented at the Midwest Clinic, CBDNA National and Athletic Band Conferences, and the National HBCU Band Directors Consortium Symposium. He is also published author in the Teaching Music for Performance in Band series and has earned national recognition, including second place in the 2020 American Prize in Conducting. Before transitioning to higher education, Dr. Eady led the Oak Ridge High School Band program in Florida, where his leadership earned him the FMEA Tom Bishop Award for turning the program around and making a lasting impact. He holds a Doctor of Musical Arts in Wind Conducting from the University of North Texas, a master's degree from the University of Georgia, and a bachelor's degree from Florida State University. He was also a 2022 Grammy Music Educator of the Year finalist. So without further ado, let's welcome the DCSD 11th and 12th grade honor band and their esteemed conductor, Dr. Jack Eady, to the podium. Thank you.
As we transition to our last piece, I want to thank the fine folks at DeKalb County for inviting me to work with these fine students. Can we give them another round of applause? If you are a director of one of these wonderful people on stage, would you stand and be recognized? We got someone on the stage, would you wave your hand? If you are a parent who has driven to and from rehearsals, sent some Venmos or some Cash Apps, and done all you can for your students, would you mind standing to be recognized? It is truly amazing what these young people can do in under 24 hours of rehearsal. We came together on Friday night and we rehearsed today, and they have just been wonderful. It's awesome that, you know, we talk a lot of negative about our young people, but it's always good that we see, and these people on stage are going to be the leaders in this world, and it's been so great to just see them work, see how they love each other and interact with each other, and the high levels of musicianship. I challenge them to, in the future, wherever they go to college or if they go into the workforce or the military, that they keep playing the instrument, because music is important and it's vital. It's been vital to their life for the last 5 to 7 years, or however many long. And we want them to keep that talent going and continue to share the wealth. I also tell them that when they're making the money, it's their responsibility to donate back to their bands also. Oh, yeah! I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Today Milford and Anthony Picard for all of your work with organizing, and Quentin Goins for all of his help doing rehearsals, and all the directors who jumped in and worked. Can we give them a round of applause? And also a big thank you to Ms. Monica Fogg for all she's doing, kind of helping this transition in this program. Yeah. And we'll do our last piece, and thank you so much for having us. There we go. DeKalb, man. Keep clapping.